guys do criminal law?
News Nation tonight. In a Dan Abrams Live exclusive, the FEMA official fired over messages to avoid houses with Trump signs tells her side of the story. Why she says she's not the only one to blame. Dan Abrams Live, tonight, 9/8 Central, only on News Nation.
You know the crowd is ready. Get loud and ready. Hey, got it!
Clippers Warriors, tonight at 7:30 on KTLA.
Now in one, a shocking scene at the Pomona Fairplex. A small plane crashes during the weekend's drag racing event, prompting a federal investigation. Good afternoon. This is the KTLA 5 News at 1. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. The 4 people on board that single-engine aircraft survived the crash with non-life-threatening injuries, and no one else was injured.
KTLA 5's Alina Abovian has the details on this developing story.
Hi there. Well, we've reached out to the local FAA office several times this morning to get a better understanding of what may have caused this crash, but so far, no word. The NTSB is investigating, and so is the FAA. Now, it is a miracle that this plane did not crash into the crowd yesterday. Take a look at this video. This is from earlier this morning as Sky 5 was overhead. You can see the plane struck several vehicles and a trailer on its way down. The crash happened yesterday around 11 a.m. Witnesses recall seeing the plane flying very low. It was going over the Pomona Fairplex when all of a sudden a thud followed by chaos.
Our airplane just crashed.
And it was a single-engine Piper PA-32 aircraft, which was apparently trying to land at nearby Brackett Field Airport in Laverne when it crashed near the racetrack with thousands of people in attendance. They were here for the In-N-Out Burger Racing Finals. While no lives were lost, police do confirm 4 people were on board, including the pilot and 3 passengers. They all sustained injuries, however, non-life-threatening injuries, and they were taken to the hospital. There are several flight schools nearby, so according to witnesses, they say it's not uncommon to see low-flying planes. Crews yesterday quickly contained the fuel that spilled from the plane to prevent any potential fire from surrounding cars and generators. The cause of the crash is still unknown, but it is possible it may have run out of fuel.
I've been coming here since I've been a kid. I've born and raised, West Covina, and never saw anything like that, heard anything like that. I know it's happened. There's been one other one I think in the past I've heard of, but I mean, you see the planes low all the time. It's kind of the fun part of the track. It's kind of cool, actually.
Now, according to the OC Registrar, it's possible that the FAA may release a preliminary report today regarding what may have caused this crash. As for the condition of the people on board, still no update on that either. As the very latest, I'm Lena Bourbon here in Pomona, KTLA 5 News.
Well, a man is in custody after a stabbing in Glendale. Police say the suspect, who may have been under the influence, was asked to leave a business on West Windsor Road around 8:15 last night. Investigators say when 2 other men confronted him about leaving, he pulled out a knife and stabbed one of them. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Video from the scene shows first responders treating someone for a hand injury outside of a club where Alcoholics Anonymous meetings take place. The suspect was arrested. His identity has not been released. Meantime, Glendale police are still searching for the suspect who stabbed 3 people in a separate altercation. And right before that incident last night, investigators say the fight happened last night around 7:45 near the intersection of Dryden Street and San Rafael Avenue. The victims were taken to a hospital with minor injuries, and it's not yet known what led up to that fight.
Family members are pleading for someone to come forward to help police track down a hit-and-run driver who killed a cyclist.
I'm just looking for justice over my dad, because whoever did cause the accident, you did leave 3 kids behind, and I just want to say, please come clean, or if anybody knows whoever caused the accident, please let us know.
It happened on the evening of October 27th on Normandy near 23rd Street in South LA. 42-year-old Oscar Guardado was struck and killed, and the driver took off without stopping. The vehicle is described as a dark-colored 4-door sedan. As with all hit-and-run cases, the city offers a reward of $50,000 for information leading to an arrest and conviction in the case.
An East Los Angeles family is speaking out, demanding that a sheriff's deputy serve jail time for a shooting 3 years ago that left a 34-year-old father dead.
Relatives are outraged that the officer may only be sentenced to probation through a plea deal. KTLA 5's Jacqueline Sarkeesian live now in downtown LA with the latest. Jacqueline?
Hi, good afternoon to both of you. The family held a press conference here not too long ago. We heard from the victim's daughter, his partner, several family members and community members, all in support, demanding justice and calling for this deputy in question to be tried in court. You guys mentioned he was a father of three, and they're completely devastated over this loss. It happened nearly 4 years ago. And the reason why this press conference happening today, well, tomorrow is that court hearing. Here's some video showing you when that shooting took place back in 2021. Tomorrow is the court hearing for LA County Sheriff Deputy Ramin Pineda. He's been charged with the on-duty unlawful shooting of David Ordaz Jr., but now the assistant DAs are proposing a plea deal with no prison time and probation. The victim's family says the deal is unacceptable, and that is why they are speaking out today. Like I mentioned, the shooting happened back in March of 2021. Deputy Ramin Pineda and other deputies responded to a home in East LA after the victim's sister called authorities about Ordaz. She said he had a knife and was suicidal. After arriving and talking with Ordaz, who was in fact armed with a knife, two deputies started firing beanbag rounds at him, and he was stepping towards them. Ordaz then ran toward the deputies, and that is when he was shot multiple times. He fell to the ground and dropped his knife with his back facing the deputies. Pineda is accused of continuing to fire his handgun at him. Ordaz was pronounced dead on scene.
We've been told countless times that no matter the outcome of this case, the sole felony charge is a success. But what are we to celebrate? A killer sheriff's deputy back on the streets, or the lack of jail time assigned, or the reminder awarded to law enforcement that they are protected even when they break the law they supposedly enforce? We demand that the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office retract this insulting plea offer, that DA George Gascon intervene immediately, and that Ramin Pineda serves jail time for his offense.
Now, we did contact the DA's office for a comment. We just received an email back for them saying, quote, we cannot comment on a pending case. Once again, that hearing scheduled for tomorrow morning. Reporting live downtown, Jacqueline Sarkeesian, KTLA 5 News.
Jacqueline, thank you. In Pasadena, former UCLA campus gynecologist already serving jail time for sex crimes faces a possible retrial today on 9 charges involving former patients. Last year, a judge denied a defense motion to dismiss those deadlocked counts. In 2022, James Heaps was convicted of sex-related charges involving 2 of his patients, dating back to 2017 when he was a campus doctor. The 66-year-old was sentenced to 11 years in prison in order to register as a sex offender.
Residents in Tarzana are sounding the alarm over rampant drug use and vandalism across their community that they believe is tied to the homelessness crisis. KTLA 5's Lauren Lister live now in Tarzana with the details. Lauren?
Hi there. New at this hour, we are hearing back from local officials, and I also was able to speak with a few of the people who are out here living on the streets. This after around a dozen residents met up with us this morning to tell us about their concerns and their hopes that the city will do more to address issues they say stem from homelessness all around this area of Reseda and Bessemer. Issues like this, take a look. This is some of the open-air drug use that one neighbor was able to get photos of that he says is happening at various times of the day in broad daylight, very routinely in this area. These photos taken at a metro bus stop, just right out in the open, and that's not all.
We've been suffering from the homeless encampments in the area. They've been doing fires, graffiti.
All of us in the neighborhood have a lot of concerns about mainly safety and sanitation, honestly. I think there's a lot of issues with us being afraid to walk down the street. As we've mentioned before, as Ed mentioned, there's fires that we've had set. I've had my fence burnt down.
It's the majority of the time that you can see groups gathered using drugs or obviously in full swing out of it.
Now, those neighbors have set up a group with 70 members trying to get action on this issue. They've met with their councilmen and the senior lead officer for LAPD, but say they've yet to see anything change. And they say they've also been told there's some gray area over jurisdiction because some of this is happening around the metro line. Residents blame nearby homeless encampments, but also believe a nearby tiny home village of temporary homeless housing attracts some of the issues. I did speak to some people living on the streets in this area who said one reason they do stay here is because they're trying to get a spot at that tiny home village. I met those homeless individuals along the dedicated Metro Orange Line bus lane and the parking lot, and several were openly using drugs and said they do struggle with addiction to fentanyl and methamphetamine, and 2 agreed to speak with us.
We used to stay in the forest, but it burnt down, and now we're just kind of have nowhere to go. Limbo. Tiny homes, housing, anything.
Okay.
Anything, it doesn't matter what it is. I just want to have a roof over my head.
There's only so many places we can go. And yeah, I understand the whole it's unsafe thing because realistically